Are on now then. Let me just figure out what's going on here. If everything's actually working. And it looks like it actually is. Cool.
You have 2 hours.
Now, if anyone shows up, that's another thing. I'll just start queuing. Here, I should have given more notice to people. Okay. Random silly dungeons. And there's ambushers. Because it's a random silly dungeon. I was, when I was watching the live stream today of the launch event, I was realizing that I'm actually going to miss some of this stuff, even though I've done it a million times by now. It's kind of weird. So you'd think I'd be bored of it, and I kind of am, but at the same time, I'm having like pre-nostalgic feelings. Just gotta blast through this guy. Yeah, this content's really outdated though, you can definitely feel it. I was doing some of the LFR raids, some of the early ones too. I might go back and do more of those. It's fun when you haven't done them for ages. And plus some of it can almost be tanked basically in DPS specs by now, some of the LFR stuff. It's pretty funny. Hello, Toper Sorensen. There we go. I'm saying your name right now. Hello. Yeah, you know, I've been wanting to stream. I've been getting kind of bogged down by this class I've been taking over the summer. It ended up being quite a bit more intensive than it honestly had any right to be for a low credit class. But yeah, now I'm on break right now, and I wanted to start streaming again because it's something I haven't done in a while. It's something I really enjoy doing. So yeah, I'll hopefully be streaming a lot more frequently in the future as well. And for the Horde! Head inside the monastery. It's funny how few hits you can actually kill these in nowadays. It's gonna be really, really hard in Warlords of Draenors to like adjust back to what actual numbers are, because DPS numbers, you know, they've been increasing steadily, and it's been able to kind of keep track of it. because they've increased, because it's like I look at some of these people and they're honestly doing the DPS that I did back in like Cataclysm or something. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to try and kind of relearn what good DPS is, because it's going to be a non-linear fashion this time. I like how the item squish is going though so far, how I've played with it. I actually I enjoy the kind of numbers that we're going back to. I think it's a easier to understand kind of game experience. It also should actually improve a lot of people's actual CPU computer performance, especially if you're using tools like Recount. Oh yeah, we're already done with this. That was fast. I'll just run up here. I beat him to the back. No, you come backwards. There we go. Hit you with things. Oh, did my Colossus Smash just miss? That is so lame. Because I'm tanking, so he's hitting me, even though I'm obviously expertise capped. Here we go. Thank you, Fraggy. Victory for Sylvanas! I have to be really quiet when I'm doing that sometimes, though. I always worry that, like, you know, neighbors are gonna call the cops or something on me. Now, in truth, I don't think anything here actually is a victory worthy of Sylvanas, or in Sylvanas' name, because this stuff is so easy. But it's fun. It's very fun. It's also just that, because you can Fury tank this kind of stuff, and, you know, DPS tank all this so easily by now. Because, especially with the defensive stance that Warriors have, it makes them completely competent tanks for this level of content. It's really fun. It's my preferred way to actually get my Valor during a week sometimes, just if I'm trying to cap it. It's just actually really fun content. Smashing faces is fun. Instant Qs too as tank. Dash down here. Let's make the arrows stop. And arrows are gone. Wonderful. Anos XVIII asks, "Hi, Zach. Do you know if WoD is making WoW better for casual players?" Also, I should probably look up at the screen when I'm doing that, so I'm not standing the bad things. Anyway, I'm getting a degree in organic chemistry and won't have much time for WoW, and I'm not sure what the expansion has for casual players. You know, I actually think that the expansion, Warlord's Draenor, is going to be probably one of the best times for raiding in general in World of Warcraft. It's also going to be really, really great for casual PvPers, because we're going to have the Ashran area, which will be kind of a place that's like, you can engage in hardcore, serious PvP without it being a time commitment. You can just drop in and then run back. So if you're a PvPer, you're going to have that Ashran content, and that's going to be really, really fun and super accessible. If you're a PvEer, you're going to have the Group Finder tool, which is also just going to be really great for even more hardcore people who do have a ton of time to burn on the game, because the Group Finder tool is going to let you make Pugs like a ton easier than usual. So even if you don't have a dedicated raid group, you'll be able to raid basically everything up until about normal difficulty content, or what is normal difficulty content today. You'll be able to raid that with pickup groups simply through an actual tool in the user interface. And it should work out pretty well. You know, I mean, flex raid Pugs work out pretty solidly on most servers. Most servers are capable of just making a group and going with it. So I think we're going to see the same thing for normal groups, which will be renamed heroic groups. So I think it offers a lot for casual players, and also it's going to be fun for more hardcore players wanting to gear up alts. Oh, is there... Vanitias says, excited for the Robin Williams detected NPC. There's a Robin Williams NPC? I'm so glad. That was like, scary when I heard that news. I thought it was some sort of joke, because it just seemed so bizarre to hear that someone... I mean, it's basically one of the funniest comedians ever committing suicide. It's definitely ironic, but it's really, really sad. It's cool that they're doing an NPC. I always like when MMOs do things to honor people like that. Should be a genie. I guess genie performance. And yeah, thank you, Top for Soren. I can't pronounce your name, and I apologize for that. But yeah, I mean, definitely there was problems with my teams, and thank you for cheering for me on King of the Nerds. It was something that, you know, I loved. I wish I could have gotten to the finals at least. That would have been really cool. But I'm proud of how I did. Kicked a lot of butt, and I had a really good time. And you're right that I did sort of have basically everyone against me, so my odds were pretty tough to try and win against. Jack's a smart guy, though. Absolutely no shame in losing to someone like Jack. I love how you can basically just completely ignore mechanics nowadays on that guy. It's just smash the thing. Poor boss. I almost feel sorry for it. Yay! I got 23 gold in item form. Oh. Hey, Arok! I'm just killing stuff and capping valors and... yeah. Back to random dungeons. Ooh, actually, Nuzio is, looks like he's actually almost dead here, so I'll probably just run in here and get a few hits on him. After he does Massive Quake, maybe I'll go in there. Yeah, I'll go in after Massive Quake, that's what I'll do. Otherwise he's gonna hit my face. Okay, try that now. Also turn off Tank Stance. I don't have any of the stacks of Oxen Fortitude, because I wasn't here for the whole fight, so I've just gotta play it kind of safe. Maybe protect that guy, but he's not in my party, so I can't use it, can I? Yikes. Just trying to intervene him. Hooray! Free gold! Now back into queues. During downtime and filming, that was actually a lot of the moments that most of us are actually really sad didn't get on TV, because we all had a lot of fun together. You know, when you have a house full of nerdy people with similar interests, we have a lot of fun and we say a lot of crazy things, and it's a blast. So yeah, I mean, you get to play in Nerdvana. It's really Nerdvana. I mean, the place is amazing. I can't imagine a cooler place for nerds to be hanging out. So to play with all the fun toys and nerd out over things and just talk with fun people and eat a lot of candy. There was so much candy and I had so much candy and it was wonderful. They had these jars, just these giant jars of candy. And I think I probably ate the most of anyone there, because I got addicted to like Mike and Ike's when I was there, and then I went through all the jelly beans and the lollipops. Yeah, I had a lot of sugar. Was glad to actually get some exercise in by the time I got home. Oh wow, Zelda deleted her Instagram, Twitter, and other social accounts. I mean, she must have been like swarmed with people probably didn't want to see it either. It's got to be kind of sad for her. Well, obviously it's sad for her. I kept wondering if Nintendo was going to say anything, given the relationship that they've had just promotionally over the years. But I guess that didn't happen. Oh, yeah. Obviously you can't be on social media when you're in Nerdvana, and obviously you can't leave because you have to be, you know, working on it. And you wouldn't want to leave because it's Nerdvana, and it's really seriously nerd heaven. The place is awesome. So you wouldn't ever want to leave. That's what you're fighting against doing. I honestly think that the primary drive of people wanting to be there, it's not even like winning the whole competition sometimes, or like the money or anything like that. People want to be there because it's a really fun place to be. But no, obviously they you can't be on social media, because if you're on social media and leaking the show or something, people would know them. That would be kind of bad. Oh, Van ETS asks, was there bacon? Yes, Nerdvana had a lot of bacon in the mornings. There was always bacon, almost always, for breakfast, which was wonderful. There was so much food, just so much food. Most of the time, too, we got to kind of, like, you know, say what we wanted to have, and we could just have whatever we wanted. So, yeah, no. Food in Nerdvana was one of the highlights for me, because there was just so freaking much of it. So much candy. And yeah, that's actually really, really sad. She deleted... You're saying that Zelda deleted her accounts because of cruel comments? Like, who could possibly even say cruel comments? That's so screwed up. People on the internet are weird sometimes. But yes, there's also eggs in Nerdvana. They have everything in Nerdvana you could ever ask for. I'm very excited for when Season 3 comes out. It's gonna be pretty cool. I feel like with Season 2, they really honestly set a new bar on some of the awesomeness of stuff. Especially just in how our challenges were really, really cool. So I'm very excited to see what they come up with for Season 3. Okay, Arms Master Harlan. See if we can kill this guy before he even, like, does his spinny thing. Would be nice. Just go ahead and go battle stance. Yeah, he's down. Goodbye. I love the old axe that his low-level character would drop. How it had the chance on hit to make you do a blade storm. I would use that when I was a lower level, and then I'd just pull a bunch of stuff, and it would get the proc, and I'd just whirlwind everything down. It was awesome. Woo! Burned through all those. Almost done with the dungeon. Can pull this group. Dive at a sword. We're good. I'm battle looting. Don't tell anyone. I'm very poor. Burst this group down. And just to the next room. I love fighting this boss as a warrior, because you can always just, like, reflect and interrupt everything he does. It's kind of funny. I'll just reflect that pyroblast back at him. Now he has a damage over time on him, even. I'll interrupt that one at the very end. There we go. And now we're into this phase. Oh look, I won things that I can't hold in my bags because I need the toy box to come out already. I have so many items. And none of them... There's no room for any of them. I'm extremely excited for that feature in Warlords of Draenor once we get the whole toy box thing. So all of our toys and little vanity items are going to basically just turn into spells that we have access to. And then that's going to clear up, I know, my bags considerably, because that's like what half of my bag space always is just random little gizmos. They're really nice once those are in my bags. Let's see here. So Xuen's almost dead. Maybe I'll just run in there and help kill him for the next Q again. Hooray! Wonder if I could queue for one of these guys. How long are the queues on these anyway? Yeah. My tank spec is absolutely terrible, and it's something I'm actually looking to try and improve, which means I kind of got to start with all the low-level, silly LFRs, which I should probably only queue tank on those. Oh, sure, let's do this. Why not? Switch into Prot. And then I think basically right now my best tank spec kinda consists of my DPS gear. Which is sad. Because this is a significant decrease in my overall health if I did that other thing. Because all my other tank gear is so much lower item level, it's not worthwhile. Yeah, I'll probably just stick to some of this stuff. And then change out this thing because it's useless. Just with absolutely anything else in my bag. Okay, here we go. Tank. Do I still have this guy in my bag even? Oh, I do. Check it out. Alright. We'll use that then. I just realized I'm also the only tank right now. Gotta zoom out, too. I'm all alone in this group. Not that it's a problem, because I could tank this stuff in my DPS spec too. There's our paladin friend. So once we clear this, then we're doing the first silly little stone boss, which is so easy on LFR because you don't even have to stack them. Or, I mean, you can stack them, I meant. Just stack and burn. Is the stream still frozen? Oh, and we've already pulled, because this is LFR, so tanks are gonna dirt pull. My other tank, that is. I didn't dirt pull. Spontaneous disco ball in the raid. Now my tank is dancing while fighting. It's wonderful. Look at me dance. This is... Yes. I'm a tank and a dancer. And that's how you know this is really easy content. When I can actually just, like, hit Alt-Z, hide my entire interface, and then come back and be fine. Yeah. Could basically just AFK right now and the thing would still die. There we go. And now the whole raid group can right click and dance. Wonder how many people will. Oh good, glad it's fixed VanityS. If you do ever notice anything wrong with the stream, please just let me know. I'm not perfect at streaming. And I'm still trying to, I'm always trying to improve it, so I appreciate it. Hello, WoW lover! Nice of you to join us. Very descriptive name you have there, I approve of it. It's good. It's good. WoW lover. Okay, we're moving on to the next group. Thank Anne. You know, I know it sounds like stupid and cliche and it's oversaid, but I really, really, really appreciate my fans. And you guys are totally awesome, and it's always so much fun when I get to hear from you guys and just all of you, and I'm so grateful to have fans. I really am. So thank you. This next boss used to be interesting even on LFR, unlike the first boss, which was always a throwaway, but now it's really, really easy. It's fun to kind of go back through all this stuff, like nostalgia trip. I think everyone's through the gate? Okay. I think probably one of us should have grabbed these. I'm going to grab this. Look at the nullification barrier. I've solo tanked this fight, so I'm not exactly concerned. Oops. Just do this. Doesn't matter. Fight is so easy. I'll just stand straight in the epicenter because this is LFR. Oh, well, thank you, Lover. Yeah. I have multiple things open, so I'm not sure when people join or come sometimes. Because I do chat right now on my throne, or on my phone. Yeah. See, I said throne there because now I just read Frostmourne reading the chat on my phone, and I thought Frozen Throne, and my Frostmourne is over here, but I need to actually move this boss first before people yell at me. Okay, this is Frostmourne. Yay, Frostmourne! Because it lives next to my desk. Because where else do you keep a Frostmourne besides next to your desk? I'm really not sure. Like how the other tank isn't even taunting or doing anything. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna let this other guy handle it. How many 90s do I actually have? I think I might only actually have 2? I think I only have 2. I basically am I'm not an alt person at all. I've never been an alt person in World of Warcraft. I really basically just care about the warrior class. It's kind of why I play WoW. And everything else is sort of extra. So I'll do other things. But, yeah, I'm really mostly a one class kind of person. I have a bunch of other alts in like the 85 to 90 range, but I just don't play them because they don't interest me the same way that warriors do. Monks are fun. I want to hit 90 on my monk. I'm not sure if he actually is yet because I barely touch him. He's on a different server than Zadok's on. But yeah. I've always just been interested in warriors. Other classes are cool. But the warrior rotation is just so fun. It's so crazy and like fast-paced. I'm so looking forward to the new content for warriors. Next expansion, we're going to be getting the gladiator stance, and that's like a whole another DPS spec for warriors. So that's very exciting because prot feels like a DPS spec already. So having an actual DPS prot stance is going to be really cool. Yeah, I've been curious about trying Final Fantasy 15, but I haven't kind of taken the plunge. I'm not sure if some of the classes besides tank classes look very interesting to me. The tank ones look cool, though. My sister plays that game, and her guild needs a tank, so I've been curious about maybe jumping into it and tanking for them. I've never done it, but I'm sure I'd be great at it. I hate the smoke bombs in the hallways that happen. There we go. Downed. I loved the new cinematic for Aggie. I think it's so cool. It was mind-blowing, especially for some reason I really liked the shot just at the very end of the Dark Portal being constructed. I admit I thought it was a little bit silly. It's like, and now we will build another Dark Portal. Make sure to make the 2 statues on the side too. Those are really important in the process of, you know, entering Azeroth. It seemed a little bit silly because it's these, you know, orcs hellbent on destroying us, and they're going to take the time to sculpt those really ornate statues of the robed people on the sides. It's like, is that necessary? Besides that, though, I thought the cinematic was amazing, and it's really cool. I've been playing around in the beta. It's really exciting content. The kind of early level content for it is phenomenal. The Tana and Jungle stuff. It's so good. So I'm extremely excited, and that was a great cinematic. Obviously seems like there's going to be a whole lot of orcs, though, this time. A lot of orcs. Even more than usual. Why is the other tank not grabbing these? Kind of feel like I'm solo tanking. Okay, on to the last boss. Hopefully they'll let me pull, because this one has no threat, and it just sticks on people. Ooh, Wowlover says, we should do twos. If you want to actually try to do twos with me, you are more than welcome. I happen to not exactly be the greatest PvPer on the planet, especially this expansion when I've barely done it. But, no, I do need some of the gears, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind one of those two-hand weapons, actually. Because I've had extremely bad RNG luck. But yeah, I've never been good at twos. It's also that I hate arms. I never play arms. Because I'm just way less interested in the arm spec. I really like the protection spec. I really like the fury spec for warriors. And I'm not huge on the arm spec. And I know that the arm spec is sort of better for player versus player content because of the burstiness. Or because of the kind of burstiness it has, really. For a warrior is really bursty too. It's different. I like how he's already down to like half health. It's so ridiculous. Oh look, banishment. How frightening. Just like nuking things with heroic strikes. I'm gonna miss heroic strike on DPS classes, that's for sure. I'm definitely gonna be playing gladiator spec sometimes just so I can play with heroic strike. The new Fury Warrior and the things they're changing, I really do like. I think that in the end it's gonna be really fun, but I'm going to miss heroic strike gameplay. The new gameplay of extending your Colossus Smash with Raging Blows feels really frantic and awesome, and it feels super rewarding if you get a good crit streak, because you reach upwards of 100% uptime on Colossus Smash, which is crazy. So, it's a great spec. I like what they're doing with it. I'm just going to miss it, and it's going to take a little bit of adapting and getting used to. It's really fun. And we're done. Oh look, things I didn't need. Ooh. A group is formed for the Dread Approach. Let's go. Why not? I am definitely a Horde player, Wowlover. I have nothing actually against the Alliance. I'm not like, you know, one of those really crazy fanatical people. I think some of their characters are actually pretty interesting. I actually have a Night Elf over on the shelf over there that I got as a gift, but I wouldn't have ever bought it for myself, but I will still put it on my shelf because it's cool. But no, I'm definitely Horde, and I'm also definitely Forsaken in particular, because the Forsaken are kinda their own faction in honesty. We're not really... I mean, we're obviously aligned with the Horde, but we're kind of equally our own thing. Martial prowess. Yeah, he's about to get his butt kicked. This will be fun. Okay. Already well underway on this fight. Oh, the Night Elf, he's behind the shelf. I'd have to go get up and grab him. It's Malfurion Storm Rage or whatever. See, I don't actually care about the lore. I just think the characters are cool. I'll always be a Horde player. I think the Horde is a lot cooler in a lot of ways. But I admit that the Alliance are at least worthy adversaries, or they wouldn't even be adversaries at all. So they're at least worthy of being slaughtered by the Horde. I don't even know what you're supposed to taunt at on this one. I always forget. I think it's 2-ish. How much HP does this tank have? He's actually pretty well geared, so it's not a big deal. And why do we have, though, the Druid off-tanking? That's just weird. Making it very confusing. And now I'm going to go ahead and taunt back from the Druid, now that my stacks are off. Okay, or the Druid's going to keep tanking. That guy's making things difficult. Have some Druid trying to tank and making things harder than they need to be by screwing up the aggro tables and stuff. I like the arguments that are going on here. It's really funny in LFR. People have been like, I've solo tanked that entire fight. And it's like, well, if you guys want to solo tank it, I'll go DPS. Really, I'm better at DPS than I am at tanking. I think after this one, I'm going to switch over and do a little bit of beta stuffs. As long as I do have that invite. I should probably be using it. Okay, we are on to the Frogger portion of this fight. Look at us go. Dart through here. Jump. No? No, never mind. I'll use Heroic Leap later. There. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Yay, we're at the end. Now I just have to do it one more time. Got my Sunder Armors out on him. And he's already into execute range. Wonderful. Did you go to DreamHack this year? WoW Lover asks. What's DreamHack? I don't know if I'm actually familiar with that. So I guess the answer would be no, I didn't. Is that a convention or? Hooray, Savage Roar. And we're to the other side. And now this stream is a blurry mess of various shiny colors up close. But I can use my action bars, and that's all that matters. Here we can see this Tauren's beard and this person's shield. How do 25 people actually fit on this little platform? It's completely unrealistic. And I'm not going to complain about the guy who can make tornadoes with his sword, but 25 people standing on this little platform? It's crazy. Oh no, his before-axe has been chopped. Okay, clear through the trash. Just go ahead and pull more of this. I don't know why we're going so slow. It's really easy stuff. Now, I didn't want to pull that, so I'm not sure why someone did. But, you know. I guess we'll kill it too. Get a little thunderclap going. Nice, well-placed shockwave. Got the crowd control on. Good stuff. We're good. And knocked up into the air some more. Going all over the place in this dungeon. Oh yeah, raid. This is a raid. But when we're standing in so many things and blowing stuff up, I'm not sure it can be called a raid anymore. I guess that is actually most raids, though, when people end up standing in things, because no one's perfect. That's the fun part of raids, and then you have to try and compensate for the people who got themselves killed. Remember, back in Dragon Soul, that was a fun fight. Where is he? Dragon Soul... Hagara the Stormbinder. This was a fun fight for people standing in things with the whole ice phase. That was amazing. That was so much fun. On Heroic especially, when that fight was crazy. It was so good. And druids dropping ice slicks everywhere by mistake. Oh, see you, WoW Lover. Thank you for coming. Okay, boss is here. I'm very curious if I should just go DPS. Maybe I should. Okay. And now we are on Garlan. Garlon. Killing his legs. This fight is so funny. Get crazy DPS boosts if you're in the legs. Who the heck even has the pheromones right now? Oh, that guy does. Well, if he has the pheromones, how come... And if he's just running around with them, I probably should have gone DPS. This thing would be dead already. Okay, now I've got the other pheromone buff, which means I'm going to actually try and move the thing. Or not. You can take my pheromones, I suppose. Silly people. We need some of these legs to respawn so we can break them again. Mend leg, there we go. Okay, guys. Don't know who has the pheromones. It's a silly rogue again. He's not making it easy to reach the legs. Should probably be a little careful. Okay, one leg down. Where's the rest of them? Oh, good. Oh, this one. Boss is quite close to dying. Yeah. So this is good, this is good. This is actually a fight people still wipe on LFR sometimes, which is always really depressing when it happens, so I'm glad that this is going well for once. When this first came out, this was a really hard fight for LFR people to kind of wrap their heads around. It's so tempting just to be like, oh, the giant bug, I'll target that, but you need to attack the legs to slow them down, and then it deals huge amounts of damage once you kill a leg. This guy does run the pheromones pretty well, though. He's doing a good job now. I think... Good, this one's up. Thought it was the back one for a moment. If it was the back leg, that would have been much harder to get over to because of all the pheromones over there. Because if you stand in those, you just, you know, take static damage. It's not a big deal, but it's damage and you want to avoid it. Not on this difficulty, at least. Yeah, I really should have gone just DPS spec, though, with the rogue we have tanking it, basically. He's crushing again. Someone stepped in the pink circle. Oh, tainted kill person lost his pheromones, but we're done. Boss is dead. Roll and get some free gears to sell. 94 gold too. Wonderful. Okay, so I was thinking that maybe we can switch over and do some beta stuff. Actually, I've been behind on the beta, so I haven't, excuse me. Oh, now this just pops up. I think I'm gonna leave the queue on that, and we're gonna switch gears to beta streaming content. So give me just a minute to get that set up and kind of switch around here. I have the client booting up in the back right now, in the background. Okay, just a minute now. See how seamless I can make this transition. Whoa. Having some bugs on my side that are making things very strange. Not sure if you're seeing them or not. They were crazy colors going on for a moment there. Okay, we are going to change Open Broadcaster's source. Okay, change YouTube beta. Just a minute here. I have to actually exit it, or let's say, close this window. We'll just see what happens. Oh, now we've got a black screen. That wasn't quite intended. Oh, I know what's going on. Never mind, just a moment.